You may think food is simple, but behind everyday bites are facts that will blow your mind. From honey that never spoils to broccoli designed to taste like bubblegum, the world of food is far more bizarre than it looks on your plate. And it doesn't stop there. Some animals tied to the food chain are just as strange, with shrimp that punch like bullets and bees that remember faces. Honey is one of the only foods on Earth that can last forever. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still edible. Its low water content, high acidity, and natural enzymes make it an unfriendly place for bacteria and mold. Unlike most foods, honey doesn't need preservatives or refrigeration. Just store it properly, and it can last for generations without changing. Honey may be the original survival food. It's sweet, safe, and practically immortal. A natural miracle in a jar. Before, it was the go-to burger topping. Ketchup was marketed as medicine. In the 1830s, an American doctor named John Cook Bennett promoted tomato-based ketchup as a cure for indigestion and other stomach problems. It was even sold in pill form and advertised in newspapers. At the time, tomatoes were thought to have healing properties, and this clever branding made ketchup seem like a health product. Of course, its reputation shifted toward food over time, but for a while, people genuinely took ketchup for their health. It's a strange but true twist in the history of condiments. Despite their name, strawberries are not actual berries. True berries, like bananas, grapes, and kiwis, come from a single ovary and have seeds on the inside. But strawberries develop from multiple ovaries of a flower, and their seeds are located on the outside. That makes them what botanists call aggregate fruits, not true berries. It's a scientific technicality that surprises almost everyone. So while strawberries might look and taste like berries, they're not in the same category. In nature, names don't always tell the full botanical story. Not all oranges are orange. Some stay green even when they're ripe. In tropical climates, where it's warm year-round, oranges often keep their green color due to chlorophyll in their skin. The familiar orange hue usually happens in cooler temperatures, which breaks down that chlorophyll. In some markets, farmers even dye oranges to match customer expectations. This means your perfectly ripe orange might look completely green in another country. It's one of the many ways that nature resists our visual assumptions. Don't judge a fruit by its colorful cover. Cashews are one of the weirdest looking crops in the plant world. Unlike typical nuts, cashews grow outside of a soft pear-shaped fruit called the cashew apple. The nut hangs underneath in a hard, toxic shell that must be carefully roasted before eating. The cashew apple itself is edible but spoils quickly, making it hard to ship. Harvesting cashews is labor-intensive and dangerous due to the caustic fluid in their shells. That's one reason why cashews are more expensive than other nuts. What looks simple in stores has a surprisingly complex origin. Of all the things people steal from grocery stores, cheese tops the list. Global studies show that roughly 4% of the world's cheese supply is stolen each year. Its small size, high price, and popularity make it a prime target for shoplifters. Supermarkets even track theft hotspots and lock up premium cheeses in some places. In Europe, cheese theft has even been tied to organized crime rings. It's more than just a snack. It's a high-value item with real black market appeal. Turns out, cheddar isn't just sharp. It's strategically stolen. Despite the name, peanuts are technically not nuts at all. They're legumes. Unlike true nuts that grow on trees, peanuts develop underground. Similar to beans and lentils, the peanut plant flowers above ground, but the flower stalk bends and pushes the developing pod into the soil to mature. Botanically, it belongs to the same family as chickpeas and soybeans. So next time you eat peanut butter, know you're spreading a legume, not a nut. Science loves to challenge our labels, and peanuts prove it. In a bizarre experiment, McDonald's once created broccoli that tasted like bubblegum. The idea was to encourage kids to eat more vegetables by making them taste like candy. But it didn't go well. Children were confused by the sweet, chewy flavor, and adults found it off-putting. The product never made it past early testing stages. Still, it shows how far food companies will go to promote health through unconventional methods. Some ideas just don't mix, especially candy and greens. Apples are buoyant because they're packed with air pockets. Around 25% of an apple's volume is made up of air, which gives it its unique lightness and crunch. This makes them perfect for games like apple bobbing. They naturally rise to the surface. That same air content also contributes to their satisfying bite. Their crisp texture and ability to float both come from this structural feature. Nature built apples for both enjoyment and lightness in design. The blue whale's heart is one of the most massive organs in the animal kingdom. Weighing up to 400 pounds and reaching the size of a small car, it beats only once every 10 seconds. A child could crawl through its arteries, and its heartbeat can be detected from over 2 miles away. This giant organ pumps blood through a body stretching up to 100 feet long. Despite its enormous size, the blue whale feeds on tiny krill. It's a mind-blowing contrast. A massive heart in a gentle giant. Don't underestimate the mantis shrimp. It's a tiny creature with a violent gift. Using spring-loaded limbs, it punches with the force of a bullet, smashing prey shells and even aquarium glass. The strike creates shock waves that produce light, sound, and heat, known as cavitation bubbles. Scientists study this animal's biomechanics to design stronger materials. Despite its colorful exterior, it's one of the ocean's most dangerous predators. The mantis shrimp isn't just pretty, it's packed with power. Bees may be small, but they have surprisingly sharp memories. Research shows that they can recognize individual human faces by piecing together visual patterns, just like we do. This helps them remember specific flowers, hive mates, and threats. Their brains are tiny, yet highly efficient when it comes to processing images. Bees remember much more than we give them credit for, so if you've ever swatted at one, it just might remember you next time. In the penguin world, romance begins with a rock. Male Gentoo and Adelie penguins search for the smoothest pebble and present it to the female they admire. If she accepts the gift, the two become mates and use the pebble to build their nest. These pebbles provide stability and drainage for their eggs. It's both a courtship ritual and a practical foundation for family life. Love, for penguins, is as much about structure as sentiment. Tall and majestic, giraffes live life mostly awake. On average, they sleep less than 30 minutes per day, usually in short bursts of just a few minutes. This limited rest helps them stay alert for predators in the open savanna. Even when lying down, giraffes often sleep with their necks twisted into strange, vulnerable positions. They rely more on constant vigilance than deep slumber. For giraffes, survival means staying light on dreams and heavy on awareness. Certain frogs can literally freeze in the winter and thaw out alive in spring. Their bodies enter a state of suspended animation, with their hearts stopping and blood freezing. Glucose floods their cells to prevent ice damage, acting like natural antifreeze. Once temperatures rise, the frogs slowly come back to life, hopping away like nothing happened. It's a fascinating form of cold weather survival few animals can match. Nature proves once again that life can be frozen but not gone.